Browns rookie minicamp is underway in Cleveland, and all eyes are on the quarterback room. Shedeur Sanders, alongside fellow QB draft pick Dillon Gabriel, has been going through play installs and competitive drills. And while everyone is dialed into who will get to start week 1, none of that is expected to be determined during rookie minicamp. Here's Shedeur Sanders on his focus heading into his rookie season.
My job here isn't to prove people wrong. Like, I prove myself right. And I fully have self-belief. You know, and what those people say, that's just their opinion. So I don't truly care. They don't really live in my mental space about that type of stuff. It really doesn't do anything for me.
All right, NFL insider Jeremy Fowler with us right now. You just heard from Shedeur Sanders. What more can you tell us about Shedeur Sanders in his first few days in rookie minicamp?
Yeah, yesterday he made a few good throws, got the social media folks hyped up a little bit, so he's clearly capable. It wasn't perfect, it was a bit up and down at times, and you're playing against tryout players. It's rookie minicamp. The expectations overall are pretty low. They just want the players to get functional, learn some instruction, communicate, some of those basics. So right now, Dillon Gabriel, the third-round pick, is still taking some of those first-team reps. I guess you could call them first team. So now they're working that out. And Shedeur has been really as advertised. He's come in, he's shown he can be accurate and can process information. So that's the good side. But as somebody with the Browns told me, this is going to be a long road. They got the next 4 months to work with all 4 quarterbacks, get them in OTA, see what they can handle against some real 11-man defense.
We're only in May, guys. Everybody just relax and take a deep breath. A few other QBs in camp.
Shedeur had a hilarious response after being asked if he was going to buy number 2 off DeAndre Carter. Let's take a listen to what Shedeur had to say about number 2 jersey.
You try to buy 2 from DeAndre?
Nah, I'm not trying to buy anything. My signing bonus ain't that high right now.
I don't blame you, Shedeur. You got to have some bread. Like I said, when I went to Baltimore, Ocho, I didn't want no. I didn't want a odd number. I didn't want 81 or 83, 85, something like that. I didn't want that. I wanted an even number. I went to Jermaine Lewis, who had number 84 at the time.
Yeah.
I offered him. I said, I'll buy you and your wife matching Rolex. You get a his, she get a hers. Like, nah. He said, nah, I want to keep it. So I ain't never really liked that. I mean, 88 number just didn't seem well with me.
82 was cool.
Frank Wainwright had it. And I was like, shh. I hit him. I said, Freaky Frank, man, what you want for that number? He was with, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was with me a couple of, like in 99, he ended up getting released. He was with me in Denver. So I kind of knew him a little bit. I said, we call him Freaky Frank. I said, Freaky Frank, man, what you want for 82? He's like, Sharpie, I don't want anything. You can have it. I said, nah, Freaky Frank. That's your number. And I want to give you something. I said, what you like to do? What's your hobbies? He said, man, Sharpie, I don't like to do anything but fish. Man, I said, here. I said, how much does a bass boat cost?
You bought the boat?
Sharpie, you don't have to do that. I said,
you bought the boat?
I bought him a bass boat. I did. I bought him a bass boat. Hey, if I was willing to give, back then Rolex is probably his and hers probably been about 30,000. If I was willing to do that to get 84, a bass boat, I think I paid like 14 grand for it.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you got off much better. Okay.
Yeah. So, and plus Ozzy kind of had that number. I said, Ozzy, it ain't the same. It ain't Cleveland. I said, if it was Cleveland, it'd be one thing. This ain't Cleveland. So, but it was good. It worked out. And so I don't blame Shedeur. I ain't paying that money. I ain't paying nothing either. A 5th round draft pick. Now, when I got 84, because I was 81 my first 2 years, Ocho, and then Ricky Nattiel ended up going to, I think he went to Tampa or something. Man, when I found out he wasn't coming back, man, I called Dan so quick. I said, Dan, can I get 84? He's like, absolutely, Sharp. I said, hey.
I'm good.
Hey, I called equipment guy. What was his name? Bill something. Ronnie Bill. Nah, Ronnie Bill was the uncle. But anyway, his nephew was the equipment guy at the time. I said, bro, you might as well go ahead and take that Sharp off 81 and put it on the back of 84. I already called Dan. Boy, you talk about happy? I feel, like, damn, 84.
Having the number you want to just do something to you. Can I ask you a question?
It does, Ocho.
DeAndre Carter. What position?
Yeah.
Young Bull play?
I don't know what position does DeAndre Carter play. Is he probably offense? I'm thinking receiver. What was he in college? He had to be a higher draft pick than Shedeur.
So he's a rookie. He's a rookie coming in.
He's not a rookie. He already had it. Oh, he might have came in free agency, Ocho.
And I mean, why wouldn't he give? Hold on. Now, when you have a single digit number, right? When you wear that single digit number, you understand what comes. You
gotta be that
understand
boy.
what comes with that. Whether it be Pop Warner, middle school, high school, in the NFL, everybody with a single digit number
Ocho.
is that boy.
DeAndre Carter, he's been number 16, number 14, number 19. He's been 1 twice. He's been 82. He's been 3. He's been 11. Now he's number 2.
Why you name so many numbers?
Because he's been on that many teams.
All right, no disrespect to him. I hope Young Bull has a phenomenal season and show the you know what out with that number 2 on. Handle your business.
But hey, number 2, hey, you got anything from 1 to 9, you got to be special. You cannot wear no single digit number if you're not like
that's
that.
why I said why would okay, but I hope Young Bull.
That's mandatory.
I mean, period.
Certain things are just mandatory. That is
It's an
mandatory.
unwritten rule too at that, huh? HBCUs, any college. I mean, NFL, single digit numbers are for those who are like that. They put butts in the seats. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, for sure. I was single digit ever since because I took the number 3 from my brother. So I went 3 all the way through high school, and I went 2 all the way through college. So, yeah. I wish we could have had single digit numbers because I definitely would have got number 2.
Back
Mike
then.
Moran had it.
Yeah.
I definitely would have got number 2. Well, Mike Horan, the punter, had it, but as soon as he left, I'd have got it. Because back then, Ocho, it wasn't like it is now. You got a number, and if you change numbers, you got to buy all the jerseys in circulation and all that.
I had to do that, yeah.
Oh, did you?
Absolutely. I listen, I had no problem doing it because I understood what that name change had done.
Ocho, we know how the media likes to critique any misstep Times Sons to paint a false narrative. I bet they won't highlight how respectful they are. Watch the video of Shiloh shaking every media member hand before start of first availability. Let's take a listen, Ocho.
My new media team here.
There you go.
How you doing?
That's all we got. This evening. Hey, good to meet you.
Logan. Nice to meet you, Shiloh.
Rock, pleasure, man. Randy.
Jennifer.
Scott, nice to meet you.
Lee, pleased to meet you. Rob. There you go. Rock, thanks, man.
Oh, my God, with the camera right here.
There you go.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Nice.
All right, I'll just stand right here.
Yeah.
I like it.
According to Jenna Lane, Shiloh was the only player who's done that this week. He said Bucks were the first team to call. He's forever grateful that they gave him a chance.
Hey, listen. You might want to make friends with them now because they're gonna be right there. They're gonna be like gnats. They're gonna be like Knicks and they're gonna be fair. You know, so everything is up to you.
That's all we ask.
They're gonna be fair. Everything is up to you. You might as well be nice to them because they're gonna be in your face for a very, very long time.
I'd be so good that when I have a bad game, it's like, hey, this is an aberration. This is not how he normally plays.
Yep.
I was very, very fortunate. I think the thing is, Ocho, like when you come in as a low draft pick, you get a lot more grace because there's not the expectation of a first, second, third round pick on you. So he's an undrafted free agent, so he'll get more benefit of the doubt than someone that was a first, second, or third round pick, or a veteran player that's played for a number of years. Kind of like I was a 7th round pick, Ocho. What are they gonna say? Oh, he's not very good. I was a 7th round pick, but when I got good. It's like, hey, I remember this guy with special teams. We saw how hard he worked, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your go-to spot for everything football.
This is Eagles Nest News, and today we're diving deep into the heart of Cleveland, Ohio. Rookie minicamp is officially underway for the Browns, and while the city might be buzzing about a lot of things, there's one name that's grabbing all the attention: Shedeur Sanders. All eyes are on the quarterback room, and let's be honest, can you blame them? The legacy, the pressure, the expectations. Sanders steps into the league not just as a rookie, but as the son of primetime himself, Deion Sanders. But don't get it twisted. Shedeur isn't here to live in anyone's shadow. He's here to cast his own. But here's the real question. Is Shedeur Sanders the future of the Browns franchise? Is he the one who can break the cycle and finally bring consistency to Cleveland's quarterback position? Let's talk about it. Now, before anyone jumps to conclusions, before we start crafting hot takes and quarterback controversies, it's important to ground this in reality. This is rookie minicamp. These aren't full contact practices. These aren't live game situations. They're learning days, instructional, foundational. But even in the basics, real talent tends to rise. And guess what? Shedeur Sanders is already turning heads. He's been going through play installs, competitive drills, and learning how to adapt to an entirely new speed of the game. Alongside him is fellow rookie QB Dillon Gabriel, who, by the way, was drafted in the 3rd round. Right now, Gabriel is reportedly getting some of the initial first-team reps, if you can even call it that this early in the game. But the Browns coaching staff is watching everything, and Shedeur is making his case. According to insiders like Jeremy Fowler, Sanders made some solid throws that lit up social media. Now sure, he's not perfect. There were a few up and down moments, which is expected when you're throwing against tryout players and just getting your first taste of the league. But what stood out was his processing ability, his accuracy, his poise, and perhaps more importantly, his mindset. When asked about the pressure, the expectations, and the doubters, Sanders had this to say: "My job here isn't to prove people wrong. It's to prove myself right. I fully have self-belief. What other people say, that's just their opinion. They don't live in my mental space." Let me repeat that. They don't live in my mental space. That right there, that's championship mentality. That's maturity. That's focus. He's not chasing ghosts. He's not trying to silence haters. He's here to work, to grow, and to earn his place in this league. But like one Browns insider said, this is going to be a long road. The Browns have 4 full months to evaluate their quarterback room before the season even begins. Sanders, Gabriel, and the rest of the QB crew will be tested in OTAs, preseason, and finally, under the lights in real 11-man defensive looks. So breathe, Cleveland. This isn't about week 1. This is about building something that lasts. But hey, minicamp isn't all business. We had a little fun off the field too. You might be seeing the viral clip making rounds. Shedeur being asked if he'd try to buy the number 2 jersey from DeAndre Carter. His response, classic rookie humor: "No, I'm not trying to buy anything. My signing bonus ain't that high right now." Man, the humility, the self-awareness. He's embracing the rookie role the right way. Head down, focused, and earning every stripe. It even sparked a hilarious trip down memory lane with some veteran stories about how far guys will go to get their jersey numbers. Rolexes, bass boats. That's right, bass boats. Players have literally dropped tens of thousands of dollars to rock the number that makes them feel like themselves. It's wild, but it's also part of the culture. Because in the NFL, the number on your back matters, especially when it's a single digit. And when it comes to that image, Sanders gets it. Let's talk about how he handled the media during his first availability. Before he answered a single question, Sanders went around the room and shook hands with every single reporter, respectfully, personally. That wasn't for the cameras. That wasn't a PR stunt. That was intentional. Because Shedeur understands what so many young players miss. In this league, relationships matter. Your name, your image, your respect. It all adds up. And the media? Like it or not, they'll be in his face for a very long time. Why not start things off the right way? Even Shannon Sharp had to acknowledge it. He said, "Be so good that when you have a bad game, people see it as an aberration, not the norm." Let that sink in. So here's where we're at. Rookie minicamp has barely begun, and Shedeur Sanders is already making noise, not just for his arm talent, but for the way he carries himself. The Browns aren't making any decisions yet, but make no mistake, this kid has every opportunity to take over this team's future. But what do you think? Is Shedeur Sanders the right quarterback to lead Cleveland into a new era? Should he start over Dillon Gabriel eventually? Or does he need to sit and learn for a season before taking the reins? Let us know in the comments. We want to hear from you. Drop your take, bring the heat, and let's talk football like only this community can. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we're following this rookie camp story all the way through training camp, preseason and beyond. This is Eagles Nest News, where football lives, and we don't just report, we react. Until next time, stay sharp, stay hungry, and remember, every snap counts.